I'm going to Europe, and here are some things that I will miss about Asia. Number one, the $2 Uber rides. First place I went to was Thailand, and the Uber rides anywhere in Chiang Mai was $2, and that was pretty similar in Vietnam as well. $2 for a car, and then $1 for Uber Moto, which is a motorbike that you hop on the back and they give you a helmet. You put that on, and it was $1 to take you pretty far anywhere in Saigon, really. Um, this compares to the U.S. The U.S. typical Uber will be $5 to $10 in my hometown, and if you're in a city, it could be up to $20 if you're going to a bar or going out somewhere. Number two, cheap, tasty food. Most of the time in Thailand, Vietnam, and in India, meals are typically $1 to $2, and they're very good. In America, you can get cheap food, but oftentimes it doesn't taste very good, and it's not good for you. But Vietnam, you can have a bowl of pho, soup with noodles and either chicken or beef in it, and some vegetables, and that's breakfast one is $1. I've been really enjoying the food here in India. That's one of the main reasons I came here was because of the good food. And they have so many different flavors and tastes in one meal, and in each bowl they have a different sauce or different thing to be included into rice or to eat with a spoon. Just a wide variety of flavors. It's amazing. Number three, different everyday things. I heard a podcast at Tropical MBA the first time that they went to Asia. They noticed that the windows were different, and I kind of laughed. I was like, yeah, I can kind of see stuff like that. I don't think the windows are too different, but there are little things that are very different than the US or Europe or North America. And those things like on the toilet, when you go to the bathroom, there's a little hose next to you. And some places I've been to, they don't have toilet paper. All they have is a little water hose to rinse yourself off with. That's one difference. Second is utensils. In Vietnam, normally chopsticks. In India, they just eat with their hands. And if you ask, you'll get a spoon. Some places they have silverware you can choose from. But using utensils is very different than Western cultures. Electrical outlets. Almost every country I've been to, it's slightly different. I've bought one adapter in Indonesia for $2, and that's last to me. So it's just a two-prong that works with the outlets I have. So that's worked out for most of the places. Here in India, it's a little different. They have switches next to their outlets, which is kind of cool. So you can turn the outlet on or off, kind of like that. That's a little different. Other places, there are two prongs or three prongs. It's like each country has their own different style or different way to do it. Being on the side of the road, depending on which country, determines which side of the road you'll be on. Just another, different thing. You walk outside and you see cars driving on one road. You go to a different place and it's the other. Number four, time zones. I remember when I was in Oregon that I'd be like, okay, when am I going to call my parents on the East Coast? It's 3 hours time difference. I would think that 3 hours is such a big thing. Like I would have to plan around it. Like, okay, well I can't call them yet. Like it's too early. They're still at work. I have to call them a little later. Oh no, I missed it. Now I look back, I'm like 3 hours. That's so easy. So in Thailand and Vietnam, during daylight savings, that's 12-hour difference. So it's 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock your time. You're calling someone, and it's 7 a.m., 8 a.m. there for them, or vice versa. So it's kind of easy to go around, but you're ending your day, they're starting their day, so it's a little bit different. The largest time zone difference I've had was in Hong Kong. I had to call customer support. I had a couple issues, but the customer support was in the West Coast of the United States, and it was a 15-hour time difference. And so I was calling them late at night, and they're just starting their day. Number five, the money. It's kind of a little weird, but I really like countries like Vietnam. So Vietnam has no coins, none. Indonesia has some coins, but they're typically not used, and they're for such small amounts that people kind of just round up, and it's like a penny or a couple pennies. Um, so for them, it's mostly cash. The countries that I kind of didn't like were with the coins, that's Hong Kong and Thailand. Both of them use a lot of coins. I've heard that's the same in Japan as well. Thailand, what I would do is after going to a 7-Eleven a couple times, I was keep putting the coins in my bag, in my backpack, and it would get heavy enough that after a couple of days I would stop and I would just take out all my coins and buy snacks for several days with all the coins. So because they pile up. I kind of like having no coins and everything just being paper. I really like that. It's great. Number six, cheap hotels or hostels. So I've spent between $4 and $30 a night for a hotel or a hostel. Most expensive one was in Hong Kong, and Hong Kong was the most expensive city I've been into, or the country I've been into. Uh, Cheapest was Vietnam. Dalat, Vietnam was $4. I found similar hostel in Saigon for $4 as well. So Vietnam, you can get by $4 a night, pretty crazy. Thailand, it was typically it was 6 to 8 for a hostel, and typically in the U.S., a hotel room will be $100 to $200. That's like an average normal hotel. It's a lot more expensive in the U.S. Number seven, I enjoy that I don't understand things. It sounds a little weird, but it's actually really pleasant because you can kind of unplug from the news. You don't know what's happening. I didn't know about Scaramucci being fired until the day after when someone told me at lunch. I was just like, oh, that's interesting. Like it would, but in America, it would be blasted on the news. You'd wake up and it hits you, and it's a lot different. I enjoy kind of not knowing most of the news, and I stay informed and choose. I have a specific time of the day that I look at things, and I choose what I want to read instead of just getting bombarded by the news all the time. I really like that. And the second part is, you eat out and you're sitting at a restaurant and people are having conversations, but they're speaking other languages. And it's, for me, I kind of like not knowing other people's business. They have their own drama and not, they speak another language. I don't understand it. It's easy. So I'll miss that. So those are the things that I will miss about Asia. And off to Europe. I'm sure there's amazing things about Europe that I'll also enjoy.